ever since the release of Fortnite OG, we had the introduction of the OG Pass, and this got me thinking, what skins should we actually see in future OG passes? Hey, what's up guys, Snowy Mantar here, and yes, today I'm going to be predicting future Fortnite OG Pass skins. This video will be including skins from Season 2 all the way to Season X, and I do have a small criteria for this video here, and that is at least 2 Battle Pass skins and 1 other obscure skin. So this could either be item shop, a pack skin, or exclusive. Without further ado, we're gonna hop right into it, but beforehand, if you're planning on buying any of these Battle Passes or anything in the item shop, consider using my support code, which is Minnow5, that is MINO5. Please and thank you, it helps out the channel so much. But let's start off with Chapter 1 Season 2, and I really do think that this is pretty obvious here, and that is Black Knight and Sparkle Specialist from the Battle Pass. I am telling you, they would drop the ball very hard, probably harder than me trying to actually get a girlfriend, if they did not include a Black Knight reskin in this upcoming pass. I'm telling you, this one is bound to happen. Same thing with Sparkle Specialist. Like, these 2 skins are just very iconic to their Battle Pass, and I do know that they actually did get both technically got a reskin in the Season X Battle Pass in some way, shape, or form, even though they technically weren't reskins. But I mean, it would make a lot of sense for them to include these 2 in the Battle Pass. And in terms of a 3rd skin, I'm actually gonna go and I'm gonna play a little safe here, and that is Cuddle Team Leader. This one seems like it's bound to happen. It's a very popular skin. It's one of the most iconic skins in Fortnite. Moving on to Season 3, the Battle Pass skins which I have chosen for here are Elite Agent and Dark Voyager. Now, I would love to see a reskin of the Reaper. That's definitely a really good skin that definitely deserves it, but I think the safe bet here that Epic would go down the route of here is a Dark Voyager reskin to start things off here. It's definitely a very popular skin. It was so popular that coincidentally some of the skins which I actually talked about in the previous segment was included in the Season X Battle Pass in some way, shape, or form. I think we're just long overdue for a new Dark Voyager skin. And Elite Agent is easily the best female skin out of this entire Battle Pass, and it's crazy she has not gotten a reskin at all since her initial release. Like, that's crazy, and this is gonna shock people here, but I actually chose as the separate skin, the 3rd skin in this Battle Pass is Power Cord. She was probably the most popular item shop skin from this season other than Raven, and I definitely think it would make a lot of sense for us to get her in this Battle Pass. But guys, moving on to Season 4, this is pretty obvious here once again here, Carbide and Omega. Just like how I said with Black Knight, they would shoot themselves in the foot if they did not include, at the very least, Omega. If it wasn't for Omega and Carbide, we actually wouldn't have skins that have edit styles. Like, these skins were just very important skins in Fortnite history, and it would make the most sense for us to get at the very least one of these 2, if not both of them, within this Battle Pass. If we don't get at least one of these 2, or more or less both of them, I think the Visitor would definitely be a great skin to be put in here, considering that this was like the first ever storyline skin in Fortnite. I think that would make a lot of sense too. Now, in terms of the 3rd skin, I'm actually going to go with Fate. Fate is one of those skins that does get reskinned quite often, but like not as often as some other skins. I definitely think we're long overdue for a new version of Fate, and I definitely think they would do her pretty well within a Battle Pass. Moving on to Season 5, I mean, this one's pretty obvious here. We're just going to get this one out of the way here. We're going to rip the band-aid off with Drift here. It would make the most sense for us to get a new Drift skin within this pass. Let's be real here. I don't really need to say much else. It's Drift. He's easily one of the most iconic skins from this season, if not the most iconic skin. But I think another skin, if I really wanted to include a 2nd skin from the Battle Pass, I wanted to go with someone that's very underrated, and that is Rook. This is a skin I never see in game. No one talks about her, and that's a damn shame because she is a really clean female skin that 100% deserves more respect and more attention. I really hope people give this skin a chance. If it's not going to be her, my guess it's probably going to be Sunstrider. Let's be real here. But in terms of a 3rd skin here, I'm going to go with Wild Card. It was either between him or Galaxy, but I really do think that the safest bet here is probably going to be Wild Card, considering that he brought us one of the best LTMs at the time, the Getaway, and that made him like one of the most popular skins from Chapter 1 Season 5, so that makes the most sense. Moving on to Season 6 here, Calamity easily needs to be a part of this Battle Pass. It's crazy that we actually had to wait until late 2023 for us to get our very first reskin of Calamity, and this would be a really safe pick to be in this pass here, let's be real. But the other skin, I actually wanted to do something a little different here and predict that it could potentially be a fused skin, and that is Fable and Dire. Imagine if they combine these two skins into one. That'd be an absolutely sick skin. I'm telling you, the ideas right there, Epic. Please go forward with it. But in terms of a third skin here, I'm just gonna throw in a curveball here. I don't think this one's gonna happen, but I'm just gonna say it right now. It's Reflex. Epic, here's the thing. If you're not gonna bring back the original Reflex skin, but instead you're gonna keep re-releasing Instinct over and over and over again to the item shop, just make a new version of Reflex and put it in the Season 6 OG pass. I'm telling you, people would go crazy for a new version of Reflex, especially to when the original Reflex was last seen over 2100 days ago. Epic, bring it back! Moving on to Season 7, I'm actually choosing from the Battle Pass the 2 Tier 1 skins, Zenith and Lynx. Lynx is yet another one of those safe picks here that I could definitely see happening. But Zenith is such an underappreciated skin. I don't ever see anyone talking about him, and that is so sad because I think that he looks really good. And it's really sad. I don't ever see this skin in game, and I really think that we should get a new version of him in the near future. And in terms of another skin for this pass here, I'm very confident they're gonna do a fish stick skin, but I'm actually gonna go a little higher here, and I'm gonna say the Ice Queen. The reason why I didn't put the Ice King on here was because I think that the Ice Queen is actually better than the original Battle Pass skin. Imagine if they did a fused version of the Ice King and the Ice Queen together, with the badass look of the Ice King combined with the really awesome design of the Ice Queen. But moving on to Season 8, let's just get this one out of the way. We all know that Peely's probably going to be a part of this Battle Pass, but if we're not going to count Peely in this kind of context here, I think the skins that definitely deserve to be a part of this OG pass is Blackheart and Lux. Blackheart was probably the best Tier 1 skin from this entire season's Battle Pass, especially because he should have not been a Tier 1 skin. He actually should have just been the Tier 100 skin. That's how good he was. And it's crazy that we never really got a new version of him. But yet, we've gotten a few new versions of Lux, which is the second pick here of this video. But when the item shop versions, especially this pack one, which I'm showing right here, is better than the original Tier 100, you know you made a bad Tier 100 skin. And that sucks because Lux is a good skin. It's just not a good Tier 100 skin. I definitely think that a new updated version of her would be a really smart idea. And in terms of another skin here for this Battle Pass for the third skin, I decided to go with a new iconic skin. More or less a female iconic. Just imagine the potential for a female iconic skin to release in Fortnite. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think we all know that that skin would sell like crazy. Moving on to Season 9 here, I'm gonna go with Singularity and Rocks. I definitely think that these two are easily the best skins out of the Season 9 Battle Pass. But I'm actually going to throw a curveball here with the third skin here, and that is Mecha Team Leader. I know this skin really isn't that loved, considering that it's one of the most bulkiest skins in the game. But in terms of like storyline purposes, this skin is an absolute classic. And it would make the most sense for us to actually get a Mecha Team Leader within the Season 9 OG Pass. Now we are finally at Season X. And I gotta be honest with you here, there really isn't a lot of skins from the Battle Pass I would love to see get reskinned, because they're all technically reskins on their own. But I guess if I was to pick at least two, I'm gonna go with Catalyst and the Scientist. The Scientist is a storyline skin, so I definitely think that would do pretty well. And Catalyst was probably the most popular skin from this season, considering that this was the female version of Drift, and it's very clean. This skin is absolutely phenomenal. Now, in terms of another skin for this pass, this was pretty difficult, but I'm gonna actually go with Guaco. And that's all because of taco time. Fucking taco time! But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did happen to enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, AKMax account. Also, don't forget to use my support create code within the Fortnite item shop. That is MINO5. That is MINO5. Thank you all so much for watching. I love every single one of you. Remember, everyone, it's always good to take chances.